Hello everybody, today I'm going to be looking at this beech forest. I got these trees, I think it was 2, maybe 3 years ago, just bare root trees. And you can buy them in bunches, and I planted them in this, and I've not really done much else with it, just maybe gave them a bit of a hedge prune and chopped them down because they were a lot taller and stuff like that. But today I'm just going to try and bring them back a bit and prune them and get them back into a bit more of shape, because as you can see they've been growing crazy. So I cut off all the dead stumps and stuff. So I've just defoliated the trees. I didn't bother recording that because I don't think that'd be very interesting to watch me defoliating them all. So branches actually. It's not too dead, but and so I grow a lot of my forests. I put them in one of these. This is a dog bed. You can buy the dog beds, in second-hand shops for a few quid. Cut the top down so it's like 2 or 3 inches tall, and I find they're a handy way of starting forests, getting them growing. They've already got drainage holes in them, so that's handy. And pull my bin out there a minute. Yeah, they already have drainage holes in them, so you can just throw a bit of mesh in the bottom and work away then. And like that, when the trees have all meshed together, you can then take them out, plant them on a slab, or if you have a big enough pot, or maybe even like this one, I might even decide one day to cut it down into smaller forests. I'd make a couple of smaller forests because there's a lot of trees in this one, but I just wanted to plant them all, get them all growing, and then see how they go from there. Take that one right back. So I'm just kind of pruning, getting them a bit more into the profile. And pruning to a bud facing in the direction that I want the branch to grow. This one hit the front here. I'm not sure if this is the front or this side's front, but again, it doesn't really matter too much at the moment. I'm just really getting the trees start shaping and down to there for now. Look then. Woods. Here. There's a few like that growing and twining with each other, but I don't really mind that at the moment. Again, I'm just growing it as a tightly clumped forest. When it's in leaf, it's just a big mass anyway, so you can't really tell which leaves are coming from which trees. If I do decide to divide it up into smaller forests, then maybe I would be a bit more kind of wary about the branches and entwining with each other and things. Yeah. I think. branch is dead. I think that'll make back. There's a lot of moss has grown in it. There was a couple of dead trees, although I thought they were dead. One here, which I chopped back. I just cut it down. Just made it look like somebody's come and cut a tree down in the forest. But it seems to have shot out a load of new growth, so maybe it wasn't dead after all. Now, I need to decide on I want to make this my tallest tree. Bring this from down to here. I want to make it like short on that side, the longer slope on this side. There. There. Let's have a look at that. There, take off here. There off a bit. Tip off that. Okay. And this one is interfering a bit, so we'll cut that one back there. That's still up there. There. Right back to there. Back. There. Okay, look on these end ones now. So, imagine I wanted to kind of, this one could come back actually a little bit, I think. So it's got a sloping up that way, and then asymmetrical on that side. So like that. I'm not being overly fussy because at the moment they're just young trees and I'm just building a bit of a forest out of them. But like that in a few years, and I want to put them on a slab or something. I'll probably take out all the trees, separate them all, and then pick what way I want to put them, and maybe I won't put them all in, maybe I will, depending on each individual tree. Pick out the best. Take shape. Just look at the back here now. So when I've done this, I'll just leave them again till next year. Maybe give them another pruning during the year. We'll see how crazy they get. Coming out there. I'll just give them a spray, a winter spray, to protect them a bit over the winter from bugs and stuff getting into them. Next year, I did get a lot of whitefly on this forest. Not this year, last year. Shit, it seemed to be fine. It didn't seem to get in at all. Normally, yeah, normally they do like to get into these forests, especially the beech forests. It's not the easiest thing to spray them once they're already on because it's so massive leaves, and you'd have to defoliate the whole thing or give them a good spraying and hope you gets it all. Yeah. But it's just wanted to show you it's an easy way to start a forest, cheap way. You buy the trees in the nursery or whatever. There's bare rooted trees in a clump. They sell them for hedging and stuff. Just buy them bare rooted, and like that, you get the dog bed for, I think I paid €4 for it. It's already got little legs. You can't lift it all the way up, but the bottom's already got like slots in it for drainage. So handy for putting your forests in. They're lightweight but strong. Okay, so now. Like, I could give it much harder pruning, but I think I'll leave that until I decide. Till I decide what I'm going to do with it. Put it on the slab or whatever, like I said, and that's when I'll pick out the best trees, and like that. Maybe I'll keep them all. I don't know, and then make a nice forest out of them. Actually dead, that tree. So I'll just snap that off, leave a stump like the beavers have been at it. Okay, now the moss on the bottom. It's pretty thick, especially around the base of the trees, so I'm gonna try and get as much of that off as I can. Yeah, maybe I don't want to go too much because a lot of surface roots here. The trees are all intertwined, obviously. I don't want to bare root and all them roots this time of the year. Maybe in the spring I can get in there and give it a good sort now. But see there, that's the dump that I had. There's actually two trees. That's why I cut that one. I remember now. It was actually two trees, and they locked onto each other, grown into each other, and they were very ugly. So I just chopped them right back, and they've re-sprouted again. I don't know if I want to take all this moss off or not right now. So maybe what I will do is come to it over here, and it's very thick, as you can see. Take off some of this. Dead stump there. Well, that one died, and then the one next to it died, so I don't know. There's something in the soil down here. Moss right back in the way a bit. Get into the trees with me toothbrush and give them a cleaning. Get any moss off the base of the trees like this one. When I put them in this, I gave them a real severe root pruning because all the time when you get them in bare rooted, the roots could be all tangled up and in a great state, long, and so that's the time to chop them right back, take a chance, get the roots sorted out a bit while they're young like that, because at least then if you do have one or two that die off, it doesn't really cost you much time and effort growing it. Best to get the roots sorted while the tree is nice and young and small, I find. And you don't go wasting your money or your time growing it for a few years and then sorting the roots out. And by that stage, then you've invested a lot of time in it. And then if you cut the roots right back then and it dies, you've wasted your time and effort. So I find the best thing to do is chop them right back, sort them out as best you can when they're young, and then put them in to like that, into a forest like this, and see how you get on, see what lives, what dies. And in fairness, I only actually had one that died, well, two now, so I've been doing okay. This forest too is kind of, again, at the back of my garden. It's one of these trees I don't do a lot with, don't spend a lot of time on looking at it, because it was just a young forest. I just planted it up and then basically left it to do its own thing, just to give it a spray in when it needed, and like that did a bit of a hedge pruning on it. Okay, I think that will do for now. Okay. Yeah. So again, not sure. This could be the front, or this could be the front. Probably this is these couple of small trees here, so probably keep them at the back and have the bigger trees at the front. Give it more of a forest perspective. There. Okay. Now I'm ready to go back on the bench and see if I can bring the camera in a bit closer so you can have a look. They're only young trees, but starting to form a bit of a nice little forest. One day on the slab they might look really well. Okay, so that'll do for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.